Okay, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy King Josh. Sorry about that. I have my microphone on mute. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share the video. Like always, we always have our content disclaimer coming on here, and we're going to be moving forward. Anything that we talked about typically is alleged, but we always have our facts, proof, and receipts on everything that we're going to be talking about. Okay. So, with all that being said, let's just get ready and start the show. Okay. Be right back.
Listen, so basically, based upon the rules of YouTube and the community guidelines, we have to make sure that we cover ourselves with the use of, if we're going to be using content, we have to recreate it, add some commentary to it, fix it up, whatever the case may be. It can never be the original. Anyways, this is my fair use, copyright, recreation, and just making sure that I abide by the community guidelines and the rules and regulations of YouTube in reusing this content.
Thank you so much for watching the show. I really hope that you are enjoying. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to donate. Don't forget to subscribe to all other social medias. Don't forget those things, okay? Listen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us. We would love for you to be a part of us. Hey, while you guys are sitting there, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget. Also, while you're sitting there, please make sure you share the video with somebody on all social medias. Let me not forget to tell you that you can donate. Thank you for supporting the platform. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I appreciate everything that you guys do. What is up, everybody? Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Y'all, we jumping out of one meeting to another meeting to the show. Oh. Yeah, we trying to get ready for this pride, you know. Oh, I see y'all down there. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for coming on in. What the old folks said? Come on in the room. I forgot my song. Hold on. I forgot my song. Wait a minute. Wait. There we go. I want to say welcome to everybody. Everybody else supposed to be coming in, so they're gonna be here. But y'all, thank y'all so much. We have some political stuff that we need to cover tonight. And y'all make sure y'all share the live. It's so much stuff to cover. Trump has been convicted and found guilty, 34 charges. We're going to talk about that tonight. Ron DeSantis, you need to be right up in them charges too. So all these schools and all this stuff going on up here in Hillsborough and in Florida and stuff. You talking about you want to be next president. But we're going to talk about the things of the thing tonight, all right? So right after this brief, and I do mean brief commercial, we're going to get into it. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching the show. I really hope that you are enjoying. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to donate. Don't forget to subscribe to all other social medias. Don't forget those things, okay? Listen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us. We would love for you to be a part of us. Hey, while you guys are sitting there, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget. Also, while you're sitting there, please make sure you share the video with somebody on all social medias. Let me not forget to tell you that you can donate. Thank you for supporting the platform. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I appreciate everything that you guys do. All right, y'all, we are back. So listen, let's get right on into this. So first of all, I think, bro, do you think we need to do Trump or we need to do this teacher first?
I think we need to talk about Trump. That's breaking news.
Okay, that's breaking news. All right.
The block
Ladies
is
and
hot,
gentlemen,
man.
the block is definitely hot. Trump has been convicted. Lord Jesus. Woo. My God, today.
So to give a little context, Donald Trump was found guilty in his hush money trial case. There were 34 felony counts. If you all recall, the specific charges were related to campaign. Basically, he disguised when he reported the money. He disguised what he actually was doing. They paid off a porn star, Stormy Daniels, and they falsely reported on that money. And so the district attorney in New York's position was that he did this to influence the 2016 election because he did not want it coming out that he had slept with a porn star, that he had cheated on his wife. They would, he already had the Access Hollywood story, that had came out, when he was being accused of, he said he grabs women by their vaginas and all that kind of stuff. So their whole case was built on the premise that he did this to keep this out of the press because he did not want the people to know because he felt like the people would vote for him, which tells you that he really thought back then he wasn't going to win.
Brother, hold on. We do have a special guest tonight. He's not a guest, but he's going to be a guest tonight to also help us with these particular stories with Trump, the Texas teacher, and the schools here in Hillsborough County in Florida. We have a special guest. I want y'all.
Is it Pastor?
Yeah, I want y'all to welcome Pastor.
It had to be Pastor.
Hey.
Welcome, Pastor. Amen. Praise God. So, y'all, we're going to be good. We're going to be good tonight.
Pastor Elvis.
Hey, man. Doing good to see you, dearest, as always.
Good to see you, sir.
Y'all know
how are you?
Thank you. Y'all know we respect Pastor, and we thank him for, being a good friend of ours, especially mine. I want to just say thank you again. Hey, Jazz. Oh, Jazz. Okay, everybody coming in. So I just want to say thank you again. So, Darius, go ahead and finish saying what you were saying.
I'm just gonna wait until we all get into it because it's so much to unpack here, and I certainly want to hear Pastor Elvis's perspective on what has transpired today.
So I'm going to play this video. It's not that long, and then we're going to jump right into it, okay?
This was a disgrace. This was a rigged trial by a conflicted judge who was corrupt. It's a rigged trial, a disgrace. They wouldn't give us a venue change. We were at 5% or 6% in this district, in this area. This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. But the real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. You have a Soros-backed DA, and the whole thing. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and it's okay. I'm fighting for our country. I'm fighting for our Constitution. Our whole country is being rigged right now. This was done by the Biden administration in order to wound or hurt an opponent, a political opponent. And I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end and we'll win. Because our country's gone to hell. We don't have the same country anymore. We have a divided mess. We're a nation in decline, serious decline. Millions and millions of people pouring into our country right now. From prisons and from mental institutions, terrorists. And they're taking over our country. We have a country that's in big trouble. But this was a rigged decision right from day one with a conflicted judge who should have never been allowed to try this case, never. And we will fight for our Constitution. This is long from over. Thank you very much.
Why should voters vote for a convicted felon?
Are you going to drop out? You believe in the rule of law? You trust the jury? Are you worried about
These are what this is everything that Trump has said.
let's see, you're the executive director for the America First Legal, correct?
That's correct.
All right. And America First Legal is a member of Project 2025, which is dedicated to creating the playbook for the next conservative administration and what it calls the Project Pillars, correct?
We are proud contributors to Project 2025.
Okay. And are you familiar with Project 2025's mandate for leadership?
In fact, I am.
Okay. And in fact, you wrote some of the sections of this mandate related to the DOJ, correct?
Sure did.
And the mandate outlines policy priorities for the next conservative president. Is that correct?
It does.
You've done a great job. I just want to let you know. All right, so let's walk through some of the provisions of the mandate. It calls for eliminating the Department of Education, eliminating the Department of Commerce, deploying the military for the use of domestic law enforcement against protesters under the Insurrection Act of 1807. It also has the repealing of Schedule F status for thousands of federal employees to allow a president to replace career civil servants with unqualified partisan loyalists. That's probably my favorite of it. It also prohibits the FBI from combating the spread of misinformation and disinformation, like Russia and China, who are actively trying to interfere with American elections. I don't know why or how anybody can support Project 2025. And I know that there was allegedly a joke about dictators and whether or not that's funny, but in the United States of America, dictatorships are never funny, and Project 2025 is giving the playbook for authoritarianism as well as the next dictator to come in. And I know that you are doing your jobs here by making sure that hopefully some juror turns on and finds some viral moment of you spewing more of the nonsense as it relates to the president, but as
holy shit, he was found guilty. Holy mother, you suck. There is no justice in this country.
Guilty!
Not guilty. He's not guilty. You pieces of shit. WandaCon. These shit and die. You're fucking corrupt.
Your fucking kids are all dead. Your kids are all dead.
There's no justice in this country.
Not
It's all corruption. It's all fucking corruption. I have a message for you. You, WandaCon. WandaCon. I'm fucking pissed.
You and Joe Biden too.
Joe Biden
is one of us. He's one of us. And now he has.
Okay, so after we have seen all of that, we have heard the verdict. They have found him guilty on 34 counts. What are y'all thoughts and opinions? Jazz, behave.
Why? What? It's a lot to dissect. It's. I have questions.
Yeah.
And I thought you brought your reading glasses, so I know you're gonna come
I
back
was
home.
trying to understand what
Took so long?
that, but I'm trying to, I guess, are we supposed to be excited? Are we supposed to be happy that he got convicted? I mean, that's why I was asking, like, okay, so what do we have to look forward to now that it's clear that he's been convicted of the charges? Now what's the next step?
So obviously there has to be a sentencing hearing. His attorneys as well as the prosecutors are going to submit their recommendations regarding sentencing to the judge. The judge is going to be who will ultimately decide the sentencing, but he will take their recommendations from both sides into consideration. I think a lot of folks are, in my opinion, are happy because this is a man who was born into privilege and has been privileged his whole life, who has gotten away and done so many things even before he became president. He for sure did a lot of stuff that he got away with as president. And so when you see somebody like him, somebody who said that he could shoot somebody in the middle of the street and get away with it. He really meant that when he said it. So when you see somebody who has that kind of mindset that thinks that they are literally above you and I and everybody else, finally kind of get their comeuppance. For a lot of folks, it's like, oh yeah, we've been waiting on this. And to be honest, I was shocked that I didn't expect the verdict to come in this soon.
Pastor Elvis?
Well, of course, I'm totally on the different side of that, but what makes sense, and I get it, and I hear Darius saying, when you see someone that feel like they're above the law, unfortunately, I want you to show me one that don't. We can directly talk about Trump, but the Bidens feel the same way. We can, all of them feel, you don't have to go that high. You can go on local elections. You can go on state elections. Majority of them feel that way, whether they're Democrat, Republican, it's called privileged. Majority of just rich white people feel that way. Just for inference, that's why you have a jury to convict a man from shooting and killing an individual here in Texas. And when he shoot and kill an African-American that was protesting for the George Floyd situation, and he killed him, you got the governor saying, hey, I'm going to pardon him the minute you find him guilty. And so that has happened. He was found guilty by a jury, and then the governor came in and pardoned him. Why? Because that's also teaching them all that they're above the law. So when we say that, I think it's most definitely biased. I think that at the end of the day, it is typically where we celebrate and get excited for these moments that President Trump has been indicted, 34 convictions, and we get excited as if something has happened. But in reality, what has happened? Nothing has happened. What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. He's going to run for president November 5th. We hopefully that he'll win. He'll pardon himself and go about his business. And at the end of the day, what happens is we always lose focus on the reality of what we should be focusing on. That's the betterment of our community, seeing what is happening in our community. How are we progressing and where are we? These moments is what I consider big distractions on the real reality of where we are as a people in America. And that is still trying to get some validation that we exist. So, I mean, I think this ruling, when he said that this is pathetic, a lot of things we understand that it's law. There's certain things that you allow. There's appeal processes. They'll go through those appeal processes. And when you get to this, do you think at the end of the day, he said as a Republican that the Democrats did this and they did, Biden administration. Do I believe all of that? No. Do I believe that the Democrats has a motive and an agenda? I do. And that's just like, again, the Republican here in Texas, Governor Abbott pardons that man for that killing. And what do Letitia James and all of the attorney generals do? They call for the White House. They say, well, now since you pardoned him, Biden administration, can you go down there and can you go find him guilty? And can you give him a federal charge where he can't get pardoned again? It's called politics. And so we can act like it's not. But let's be real. It's politics. And that's why it pays to make sure we are intentional. We're out there, we're voting, and we're making our voices heard. So I took the ruling today as to be a pathetic, big setback on America. And I most definitely think at the end of the day, we better focus. November is coming, and we better really focus on what has happened. And I said this on Facebook, I'll say it again. Joe Biden should be required to do something. It's been 4 years of nothing, but because Donald Trump has been convicted and he got this and that, he gets another pass for another 4. He needs to do something. And let's stop being so generous to people that's got a D behind their name as a Democrat and not hold them accountable to actually move the needle forward for our feelings. This election is not about our feelings. It's about our living and our lives.
I say that in a lot of things that you all said, I do hear it, And for me, I have to agree with Elvis, and that is both of them have not done anything. I mean, even when it comes down to the black and brown community, what have you done? Because as me and Elvis said on plenty shows before, and even Darius, that when it's time for voting season, I mean, because it's not November yet, but just 3 months before, they're going to be knocking at your doors. There's going to be signs. People are going to be requesting, can I put this sign in your yard? And it's like, we should see you all doing something throughout the years, not just when it's time for election season. And I know, because I work with my brother long enough, that I know that campaign money comes a certain time. I know that election money comes a certain time. But here's the thing about it. While you're waiting on your campaign money, your election money, whatever money you're waiting on, the people still need to see you present. I got a chance to have a very in-depth conversation with Andrew Warren multiple times. I've seen Andrew Warren present multiple times. But it's like, when it comes down to this regular stuff, I don't see nobody. You want us to put you in office, especially people of color. And I don't care if you don't think you colored, you are colored. All you Cubanos, all y'all South Florida people, I'm being want to be very professional and respectful. But you all have to understand that as much as you may feel that you're white, these people don't feel that way towards you. They're coming to our communities because they want your vote. They're going to be kind to you because they want your vote. They're going to say all the right things because they want your vote. They're going to be kind, hold your babies, smile, and all of those things because they want your vote. But even in getting your vote, you have to ask the question, what are you going to do and actively do and continue to do for these communities? Because even when it comes down to the educational system, these people have showed you exactly how they feel. They have taken out race theory. They have moved children out of the school districts, moved them all over the place. You got schools here in Hillsborough County, all over Florida, that are closing down because under budget, no money, all of this stuff. Go ahead, Elvis.
Black schools.
Black schools. Yes, black schools.
Our schools. And I stick to this, and this was my breaker for Joe Biden. I stick to this, and I stand on this, that Joe Biden, out of his mouth in 2020, made a public speech, and he said it. Thank you, African Americans. It was the black people that voted for me and got me elected. I expected that when you say something of that nature, that the next 4 years or even 1 year of your administration, because keep in mind, community, that when he took office, he had the White House, he had the Senate, and he had the House. So we got to make sure he had the White House. He had all three legislations that it takes to pass a bill. They was all Democrat. I'm just curious of why isn't African Americans that know that it was my vote that put you in that seat will not hold his feet to the fire and ask the question, for 4 years, what executive order have you did to impact the African American lives? What have you done? Nothing.
I mean, even when he first got in office and he talked about the Stop Asian Hate bill, I was like, well, wait a minute.
And when they didn't pass it, he did an executive order. He made sure it was passed.
Yep. And I'm like, just like these Asians are being killed, you got black folks who are getting killed just for senseless crimes. And we see it every day on social media. You got George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Aubrey. What's the young man's name?
Aubrey, the one that was running.
Yeah.
Aubrey, something like that.
Yeah. All of these people that were killed by police officers and white individuals. I mean, let's not forget, you know what I'm saying, black people do black on black crimes, but I'm talking about people that are being killed by the police officers and stuff like that. It's like senseless crimes. Now, again, I think that we all need to take a look at the bigger scope here, and that is crimes in general need to stop because this is really stupid. If we're going to be crying about what the police is doing, we need to also take a look at ourselves. Now, that's the reality.
Because I love data, and we could talk about Donald Trump and how awful he is. I love data. 16% of African-American homelessness has went up under the administration of Joe Biden. 16% of homelessness. That's simply talking about we need housing, affordable housing. We need that in the Black community. Let's talk about how many immigrants has came over into America that is sitting in New York that gets $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, where you got Americans on the street, still out on the street, being homeless, put away, cannot feed their family, but immigrants own the same tax dollars that we pay, and we cannot give this money to our own people. Ukraine, Israel, if at the end of the day, we are in trouble, and you got those, you got the Palestinians, you got them opening their mouth and they're protesting, and Biden is hearing them. He's hearing them, and you have all of these things going on. But while he's hearing them and making things happen for them, I'm just believing that somewhere in the political arena, Democrats. Let's not just talk about Republicans. Somewhere in the political arena, they have become deaf to African-American voices. Because when we protest, when we rally, no laws is being changed. But guess what? I want you to know they cannot win not an election outside of our vote. And we have to hold these people accountable and stop playing. Because we can talk about 34 charges indictment, but those 34 charges didn't take food out of my son's mouth. Those 34 charges had nothing to do with making my family homeless. I want to talk about the man that wasn't charged today, that was not convicted today, that is sitting in the Oval Office, that yet is seeing a decline in America and nothing is being done.
I agree. Because it doesn't matter who we put in office. My thought goes back to, what are you doing for us as a people? You want us to rally for you? I mean, me and Darius and I, we were at the Biden rally. What was it, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago? He was saying a bunch of good stuff. But everything that he was saying in that rally, I've never seen him say on a national level. And it's like, you come to our areas and you say good stuff. And we're not going to take the focus off of Trump, but you come to our areas and you say all of these great things. You bring all of the people there that look like us, that talk like us, that walk like us, same color as us. They get up on the stage to, vocalize and praise and yay, we thank God for, Joe Biden for doing da 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 da. But then we don't never see this stuff on a national level. We never see this stuff on CNN, all of those things. And it's like, you only promote what you want to promote, but you still keep coming to our communities asking for, and it go the same thing with Donald Trump. And with Donald Trump, what is everybody saying? Oh, well, with Donald Trump gave us money. Well, I mean, that's great. But what has he literally done? What has he intentionally done that is benefiting our communities, and not just white millionaires, white billionaires, people of rich, well-off statuses? Because it's not just about, getting a handout, but it's like we have other issues that's going on in our communities. And I don't care who the president is. It's got to be what's beneficial for the people that you're serving, because we're not serving the president. The president is supposed to be serving us. Congress is supposed to be serving us. And while we're mad at Joe Biden, while we're mad at Donald Trump, if you're not getting your behinds, and I'm being very good because I got to chop this video up, while you need to get out on your behinds and make sure you are aware of who you're voting for in these primary, it's the regular elections in your city, your local government. If you don't take care of the local government, when you get to the primary elections, when you elect the president, you already out of gas.
You know what? You just said something. I think that most of the country is not really engaged in the politics, because I mean Donald Trump's on the news every day for something. They're constantly talking about Trump. Biden is constantly in the news for something. I think most of us are not really tuned in to what's going on because
they're not educated either. That's why I say, even on the last slide, the reason why we don't understand because I remember in school when we taught social studies, we was taught the legislator, y'all know what I'm talking about, the staggering, where it starts at executive office.
Like in Schoolhouse Rock. You remember Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah. That's how you understood. That's the first of you understand the policy. So now that they don't even teach that no more, kids, our generation, don't understand what it means to go and start in your local elections to be able to get it to the big election, like the White House election, the president. They don't understand that. So a lot of people that's not educated on understanding the legislation and how it works and how the chain of command works, they're not prone to vote. Like someone said in the comments, I'm not voting. Why aren't you voting? Because you're ignorant. You don't understand. There's levels to this thing. We can't just expect something to happen in the White House without it happening locally. It starts locally first, then you work your way up. People don't understand it. It's because people are not learning about that in school no more, and it's sad.
So when you say local,
go ahead, Darius. I wanted one of those comments real quick. If you could.
I wanted to break that down when you said local. And I think sometimes we have to make stuff plain for people. When we're saying local, we're saying your local school boards. We're saying your city councils. We're saying your county commissions. We're saying those city those committees that oftentimes have community appointed positions that have influence. We're talking about local boards that have influence. The problem is a lot of us, our communities are not represented in these spaces.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because people are not understanding
that this
those
is what
positions. They're not understanding what it takes to be in those positions. They're not educated on knowing what it is to speak out, what it is to be on a panel, what it is to be on a policy or a council. They don't understand it. So if they don't understand it at the base of it, don't have that foundation of that knowledge, how are they going to even be able to represent on a higher level or even try to speak on something that they're not even educated on? It starts.
You know what? I'm wondering how many people, I'm pretty sure Pastor Elvis has probably been, how many people that are watching the live, how many of us that are watching the live have actually been to your local city council meeting or have been to your county commission meeting?
Other than us, yeah.
And even with this comment, it says we have to vote blue all the way down the ballot. We have to vote blue locally and nationally. I'm lost. Even me, as pastoring for 18 years and being a registered Republican, I don't vote red down the ballot. I don't do that. I don't vote blue down the ballot. I will ask a Republican any day, what are you planning to do for the Black community? What is your plans? Why am I going and getting a ballot and acting as if I am just that naive? Or that I don't have no kind of sense of direction, that I don't have to hold them accountable. I'm just going to vote blue without even having any kind of understanding of what blue is going to do for me. No. When you really care about your community, you have to ask the tough questions. And anybody, whether you blue or whether you're red, because I keep telling people I've been Democrat, and I can tell you there's racist Democrats. There's Democrats that don't like Blacks, okay? There's racist Republicans. There's Republicans that don't like Blacks. Whatever party, you have to ask them the question, what is your plans for the Black community? Because before I was a Republican, before I was a Democrat, before I was a pastor, I was born Black. At the end of the day, when all of that stuff is gone, I'm going to die a Black man. I'm not going to die Republican, die Democrat, or die pastor. Those would be positions I pray to hold, but I'm going to always be Black. And if your community is not at the forefront of your concern when you're voting, if your own interest isn't at the forefront, my interest is how do we get, I live in a home that was built. And that home, one of the homes I built, it was built, and when it was built, I had a property tax of $4,000 a year. Well, guess what? Good God Almighty, the property tax is $16,000 now. That's absolutely absurd. That's
outrageous.
Absurd. And this is really happening. It's impacting lives of real Americans every day. We don't, and guess what? That's what blew down the valley.
And then also to add to that, I agree with Elvis. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or whether you're a Democratic. Like, what are you going to do for the people? Because again, blue or red, you're coming asking for our votes.
Right.
And that goes for lower class white folks. Okay, lower class white folks, you considered in the colored section too, because if you're not a person of means, you're not a person of money, you're in the colored section. Just remember that. This was the whole problem years ago. If you was a person not of means, you know lower class white, you was in the colored section. But once you began to get money and status, that changed. But either way it go, everybody that is not in that particular class, you're being affected. Because property tax, I was looking at a house. If the property tax is $30,000 a year, who can afford that? Who can really afford that? You're going to be going into default, and then they're going to end up putting a lien on your home because you owe property tax. That is a lot of money. You pay all this money for,
foreclosure. You ain't even gonna make
foreclosure, right? So it's like we have to put somebody in there who thinks about us as people. You got to put somebody in there who thinks about the people, not just the folks who got millions of dollars and they don't have to go to work. And that, no, we need you to think about the little people, because it's the little people that make y'all lives comfortable. It's people like me and these folks on this panel that we work. We talk about this stuff every day, and this is what means more. Like while we sitting up out here watching school. We watching Bad Boys. We watching all type of Gossip Girls. We watching all the gossip blogs and everything. But this stuff is going right under the radar. We're excited today, and it's making the news because Donald Trump has been found guilty on 34 charges. But what are we going to be talking about tomorrow? Some more trash, some more garbage. But it's this stuff right here.
And I said this before. I blame social media in a bad way because social media has such an influence on people and their decisions. People can't think for themselves. We have turned to social media to be a whole bunch of followers. There's no more leaders. It's a whole bunch of followers. We're going with the latest trend. What's the latest trend? Oh, everybody's voting for Trump. So we're going to go. No one is thinking for themselves. The social media has really turned people's minds into, what's the word I'm looking for? Into it's like a timer. Like it's everybody's set on, if that makes sense, everybody's set on the same timer. Everybody is ticking the same time. No one is thinking for themselves. There's not a push start. It's disgusting. I just all I know is if he gets in look, I got mine. Y'all better get your
yeah, I got mine too.
I got mine, and if he get in office, I'm gonna get mighty excited. Because I'm sure prayerfully praying that we have Trump in 2024. I most definitely am rallying, supporting, and pushing Donald Trump for 2024. And I can say, Jazz, you're absolutely right when you say that about social media. Because guess what? China has just banned social media. Any influential people that is rich is banned from social media in China. They do not allow their children to see and be influenced by the rich, prominent people. Oh, wow. Because they know it's taking a toll on how they're operating and how they're acting and what they're trying to accomplish. It's depressing kids because they're trying to do what they see, duplicate, try to become. And it's a real hurt. And we have to focus at the end of the day. And I am just so serious about 2024. This election is everything. And I know Democrats forever has said, vote like your life depends on it. That is, I tell anybody that the platform for a Democrat is health care. It is criminal justice reform. It is affordable housing. It is economic development. Those constant things that if they actually try to fix it for real, they'll have no platform. So they'll never give us real affordable housing. They'll never do health care for all, because my concern is why, when you had all three legislations of the government, you didn't take none of those to the floor. I'm just really, when you get people that's going, whether they're locally, when you go, there was a local candidate. And just like you said, we talk about Trump being indicted 34 counts when he probably ain't gonna do a day in jail. But right in Hillsborough County, we got a 16-year-old gonna be in prison for an accident, hitting somebody in a car and killing them by accident, dark, run across the street. We got a state attorney that is carrying the water and the agenda of Ron DeSantis, lock blacks up. And we want to sit here and talk about an indictment for Trump? You got to be kidding me, because it's still, whether he's indicted, whether he's still gonna run for office, he still possibly will win. He still possibly do not a day in jail. And our African-American young people are still they're still packing out prisons each and every day.
That's why I said we have to have somebody who is for us and not just, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
You got to remind the husband. You got to wait. You got to remind the husband. Pastor, you handsome, love you, all that, Pastor, everything. Did you say you voted for Trump?
I am. I'm a strong supporter of Donald Trump in 2024. I am going to work. I'm going to rally. I'm going to support. I'm going to push. I have had 4 years of misery under this president. He has not proven himself to get my vote again. He has done nothing for the community. He has done nothing for African-American people. And at the end of the day, I have to get somebody to give me some kind of rationale on why support a man that don't understand that he's an American president, but he thinks he's the president of Ukraine, Israel, and everywhere else. So I don't think we need that one. I think he need to go over there and deal with them, because too much of our money is going over there. It need to be used in America.
So what is Trump going to do for you or I?
Trump is going to do what he's going to do. And this is what you have to get from politicians. Trump is going to do, number one, Trump is going to do what haven't been done, which is what he's going to do is make sure that there's a economic development process that's going to be taking place. I look at it like this, because we got to talk from real experience. Even when when we had COVID-19, always remember the SBA is set up for profit. The SBA is set up for businesses to get help from the government. Well, in Trump era, what he did was say, wait a minute, we can't just make sure it's LLC's business is benefiting, but what we have to do is make sure that nonprofit organizations also can benefit and get also loans and get help from the SBA as well. So he put something in initiative to make sure. He also changed and flipped something where you will lose your 501c3 if you was to do. And while I'm not against it, I'm just talking law and talking about politics. It was under the Barack Obama administration that if you did not do a wedding of same sex, you will lose your 501c3. Well, guess what? I'm not against it, but I do believe that you cannot force something on anybody. You have to give people the right to make their decision on what they want. No, you cannot discriminate against anybody, but everybody have a right to live in America and voice what they believe. This is the land of the free. And so I just believe under the administration of Donald Trump, he gets it. When I voted for him in 2016, it was simply because we needed someone in the White House that knew how to negotiate, and that was a businessman. I look forward to him coming back into 2024, whether we call him a flawed businessman, whether we call him a manipulating businessman, whether we call him a lying businessman. I believe that President Biden has lost the confidence of all the other countries. Everything, only president that there has been no war under his leadership, and that was President Trump. So we can talk,
but you still missed our point, Pastor. I said, what has he done for the black?
What he's done.
I heard you say one thing you said about an SBA. By the way, I didn't get no loan. I got me a check. I think I got 2. But I'm trying to figure out if Trump was to the office and then someone else said, please explain Project 2025.
Wait. Now, Jazz, I'm reading what Project 2025.
Okay. Yes. Well, hold on. Before you read that, I'm trying to get Pastor to tell us what Trump is supposed to do for the black folk.
Trump is supposed to listen. Trump is supposed to listen to African Americans.
He don't do that.
No, let me listen. I'm just telling you.
He don't do that.
Okay. And see, I always can bounce that question back to you. We got an obligation. President Joe Biden has an obligation to help. He has an obligation to do. He cannot get my vote in 2020. I voted. In 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. In 2020, I voted for Joe Biden. I believe that Joe Biden got it. He understood. And the real truth be told, the only reason Joe Biden ran is because he was the vice president of Barack Obama.
That's why he ran.
Supported him because we know you by Barack. Let's not forget he had done ran 4 times before then and lost. 4 times. See,
that's the only reason why he got in. That's the only reason why he got in.
Time running for president. And he lost all 4 with no chance, but he got in because he piggybacked off of Barack. At the end of the day, his policies was always against African-American people. His same vice president was on the debate stage talking about his racist policies, which he had put and implemented when he was in the Senate. And so all I was looking for is him to come back in 2020, get our vote, and show that you're going to push the African-American agenda. Take us past. He went to the school, Morehouse, and gave a speech that you got to work extra hard, harder than the rest, just to become. You said all of that, Mr. President. He said that at Morehouse. He gave a speech and said he understands that African-Americans got to work extra hard. And I know that you guys got to work 10 times harder. And I know that you guys, America, don't like you. And Mr. President, if you know all that, what are you doing to stop you, the president?
But hold on, Pastor, because I feel your unction coming. Hold on, Pastor.
Come on.
We want to talk about it. Hold on, Pastor. We want to talk about it. Trump said the same ish.
No, I missed what he said.
It ain't Buster Great, but this is what Trump did. He did what you do on your employees. See, Trump, yeah. You understand business. Thank you, Holy Ghost. You understand business, but we understand business. Okay, let's talk about it. We want to talk about. Let's address the elephant in the room. We want to talk about it. What Trump did was what he's known to do. When you on your job, you work your ASS off the entire week, and it comes Friday, they dangle a little carrot. Well, the carrot that he was dangling was that lane behind check he gave us twice in 1 year. So for us to continue to say, oh, Trump is for us, by us, and with us. I mean, no.
Well, can you tell Joe Biden? Can you tell Joe Biden to dangle something? The people hungry. He's dangling over Israel. He's dangling the Ukraine.
Hold on, Pastor Bishop. I'm not saying I'm voting for Biden because Biden ain't did nothing either. But let's keep it crystal clear. When Trump was in office, Trump took us through hell and high water. We did not. He gave us some money to say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and just soften y'all blow up. But Trump not really for the black.
But what did he do to us?
He gave y'all some money. Everybody took advantage of that.
Tell Joe Biden to take note. We need some more.
Well,
tell Joe Biden we need some more. Trump must understand blacks need money.
Okay, so here's my thought.
Yeah, hold on. Another check.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. So here's my thought. This is my input because I want us to at least have some decorum up here. This is my thought about this. Whether it's Trump or whether it's Joe Biden. The thing when Trump was in office, it was a bunch of killing, shooting, and Trump didn't really care nothing about what black folks had going on. He said, when it came down to George Floyd, at first he said he was a good man. Then he said he was a criminal, some weird stuff like that. Then you got all these people that come in with Biden who then got dead. Biden ain't saying too much of nothing. So at the end of the day, we got evil and eviler. And so we get sidetracked because the man, like he said, dangled some carrots. He gave us some money. A whole bunch of folks got a whole bunch of money, did a whole bunch of splurging and shopping and going on vacations and stuff. But again,
and buying cars and houses with their loans.
Hold on. And then on top of that,
what else you want to do?
Wait. Hold on, Elvis. On top, what I want us to take note of, and that is this: while you all were getting money, what do you all have now? Y'all are broke as hell. If you ain't got to pay that money back, if you ain't got caught up and on your way to jail, at the end of the day, what we have done is we've taken the money. We've taken the money and we have not invested. We have not did what we're supposed to be doing. And the people that actually need the money, no, hold on. The people that actually need it don't got it. But see, to that point that I'm making is this. I don't care about Trump giving us money. I thought it was a great idea. I was sure trying to get mine. Don't let me not even fake the funk. Okay, I ain't gonna, because to get back in there, I'm sure applying.
And I'm dang sure applying too.
Oh, baby, I got business says. Okay? Praise God.
EIS.
I got all my stuff.
And my stuff is established well down.
Okay. But my thought is this right here, and that is, I don't want people to get sidetracked on the money. Correct. I need people to focus on the thing of the thing, and that is when you get in office, I need there to be a no hate black bill, black Americans. I need, if y'all gonna give reparations, because y'all been touring around with this reparation things for God knows. If you're gonna do it, do it. And because again, y'all gave them Asian folks something, you gave them Ukraine folks $60 billion some dollars, and still sending money over there. You're sending money over to Israel. What about the colors over here? My God.
Ask this president.
They said Trump was not the one behind giving the money. He just took the credit for it.
It don't matter. That man sit his behind in that seat.
That is not true. That is people that is not in touch with real policy and understand procedure. Nothing can happen from Congress without the president signing it. It was the president that signed that check.
Now that is true. That is true. You gotta sign on the damn line. Now that is true.
So no, he had.
I mean, if you think about it, the money was going to come back. It was going to come back and benefit the 1%.
Most definitely.
Because guess what? Everybody that got them checks, they went out and spent it. Guess what? That money's ultimately going to wind back at.
Right back up there.
The 1%.
But this is what I want. When we talk politics and we talk about our everyday, we have to focus on our everyday. Trump hurt a lot of feelings, but Biden is hurting a lot of families. We got to talk every day. I got to talk about how my children is going to eat. I got to talk about how daycare has skyrocketed. I got to talk about how gas is expensive. I got to talk about how an oxtail meal used to be what we just ate because we wanted to, has now become luxury. You got to talk about real reality.
Oxtails is $20 and $30, $40, $50 some dollars. Man.
A lot of money. You got to talk about the real reality of what is happening and how our everyday lives are affected. You got to talk about to go and buy a used car right now. You're looking at a car note of $600 to $700 for a used car. We got to talk reality. You cannot, a regular everyday person cannot survive under this kind of administration. And this president is not opening his mouth and saying, hey, I feel your pain. He's talking about, I'm going to make the airlines give you your money back immediately when your ticket is canceled. He's talking about sneaker bars is not as big as they used to be. He's talking about chips ain't as much in the bag. Come on, people. We cannot sit here and play crazy. Our lives is being impacted, and this generation has a generation behind us. Our children, we want to impact. We want to make sure that they have a good life. And if we can continue down this road, I can promise you, under Democratic leadership, we in trouble. We're in trouble. Donald Trump can get up there and talk crazy and hurt my feelings all he wants. Just don't hurt my pocket. Don't hurt my house. Don't hurt my family. Don't hurt my community. Don't hurt my community.
It all goes back into it's a money thing for Trump.
Well, Elvis, I don't want to hurt my feelings either now. I need in my pocket.
You leave your feelings on the shelf.
Elvis, I don't give a DA.
Then what pastor sound like? Pastor, excuse me for my pastor, they saying you sound real selloutish in the comments.
Hey, I'm okay with it because let me tell you something. I don't worry about that because I do the work for real. See, some gonna sit on the sideline and talk, and then there's some of us that's on the field for real. And then
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Pastor. When he was in office, he gave us nothing but a carrot. We still, and the crazy thing about that was he hit it right when we did need it, and that was when the pandemic was going on.
Okay, when do we need anything?
In my opinion, as a president, just as a king is supposed to do, king is looking out for his doggone kingdom. As a king is he's supposed to see what's going to help.
But you said something.
He saw it as an opportunity to get an amen, to get a say, oh yes, y'all, Trump is for the blacks, and Trump. We ain't heard nothing else from them black sisters.
But you're saying it just like
what I'm dead.
Oh no, whatever.
He gave it to us right when we needed it, and so Trump came out of office and Biden went in. He went in at the post of a pandemic, where people still have not recovered. How are we coming from a post-pandemic and rent is going up? How are we in a post-pandemic and you can't even find, they just did the marketing, a single family in order to live a good, normal life as a single family, you need $90,000 a year. $90,000.
As a what? As a single what?
As a single, for an individual single home. 90,000 individual. As a family home with two parents, you need over $120,000 a year to live comfortably. That's being comfortable. The statistics don't lie. And then they say, oh, we got a lot of jobs. You can't keep giving me jobs that pays $11 an hour.
Hello.
You can't keep giving me jobs that pay $12. It don't work anymore. Everything about us is extravagant.
And then on top of that, they pulled up the minimum wage to $20-some. You can go to Burger King and make $20-some an hour, but the cost of living is higher. Who can afford $4,000 a month in rent? I know my landlord, they'll be talking about some $2,700 a month. Sir, you better be glad I do something else with my life. But first of all, who really out here can afford $2,700, $3,000, $4,000 a month? You can't even live downtown Tampa, downtown Atlanta without paying almost $5,000 a month. That is crazy.
And you
that's not even rent. That's not even mortgage. That's rent. I don't know where y'all were.
But if I'm gonna pay that, I might as well get me a house. Bunk that.
And we got right here in Tampa, Florida, where Tampa Tico, the lights is going up.
Boy, listen.
It's expensive. People need relief. And when somebody says the president don't have anything to do with housing, let me tell you, the president has everything to do with initiatives. Because guess what? Now that it's election time, you're going to see a whole lot of initiatives. All the initiatives going to come out. But don't get me 3 years of struggling before you bring the initiative. They now give from the federal government that you can get a certain amount of money for daycare. I think $200, $300 they'll give you towards daycare per month. They now got other initiatives. What did she come out with the other day? I seen Kamala Harris. Oh, your medical bills. Your medical bills no longer will be on your credit report anymore. So your medical bills do not impact your credit anymore. Good job, Kamala.
That's nice. Yeah, we still got to pay it.
Thank you, Kamala. No.
I guess my thing is, and it goes back to my question, Pastor. If Trump was to win, what can we look forward to for 4 years? This is my thing. This is how I'm kind of stacked.
A stable economy.
Do you really have to ask that question?
A stable economy.
Because I'm like, he's been so tied up with the cases and the charges.
When that man, if that man get back in office, he gonna appease the people. He gonna give them some money, and he gonna be doing BS behind the scene, and we just gonna be happy that the man.
No, nigga,
don't just.
If that man get in office, we can look for all of the wars around the world to be stopped. We can look for them to come to the
table. But hold on, wasn't it a war about to start when Trump was in office?
No, he was about to start one.
He was gonna start it. It wasn't that going on, and they knew not to do it while he was president. He could go, and this is going to stop. He's going to focus on America. We can look for a stable economy. We can look for gas prices to
when
be
you say stable economy, can you elaborate?
A stable economy would be an economy that is not outrageous beyond our means to pay.
So you telling me when he get in office, my rent gonna go from $1,800 to $700?
Please.
I'm telling you that.
You mean to tell me that to fill up my Range Rover outside my apartment is that premium gas, that 95 gas is gonna go from $4.89 to $2.50. That's what you gotta tell me, Pastor.
I'm telling you, I said a stable economy, which means
because I'm trying to figure out the stability that you talk about.
I'm going to give you the stability. So when we look at the economy, you talk about how much you make versus what the things is. Right now, we make this and everything is here. So when we stabilize economy, it's going to come to it's going to be in the playing field that we'll be able to afford to live. It's stabilizing. Right now, the economy isn't stable. We are completely, pay rate is here. The economy is we're not winning, and we got to get to a place.
Right.
But no, it's not going to come that low. But I promise you, our pay making come up higher.
Hold on.
Now let me play.
I got one. London, we need to hear from you because you ain't said nothing. Hello, speak up. But the next thing is this right here. While we're sitting out here debating on who's better, who's worse, first of all, they probably lesser or worse than each other. And it's like what we're really asking for is we want a better economy for ourselves, but we're not in America by ourselves. We have to be in this world together. So how can we make America better, not great again? Because America ain't never been great. Let's stop right there. Because when you say make America great again,
One's opinion.
You said for an opinion?
It's one's opinion.
No, okay. That's the fact. No, what?
No, so when you say make America,
I'm still struggling from the pandemic, baby, and I got a whole year.
But we all, and I want to make it, making America great again. It's one's opinion.
Don't get lollygag on us.
No. Okay. Now, let me put a pin on that real quick. Joe Biden might as well say make America great again, because Joe Biden is the same white man that was back just about 20 years ago saying the same racist stuff about black folks. Because first of all, when Bill Clinton was in office,
he voting for Trump, y'all.
Wait, hold on. When Bill Clinton was in office, Joe Biden was a senator, congressman, or whatever, spewing out all of that rhetoric towards black people. He's the same man, except he has a whole bunch of black folks. He came up under a black president. He got a shoe in because of the black president, and he still ain't done nothing for us. And we're sitting here complaining about what has he done for black people. He ain't done nothing. I don't need a rocket scientist to tell me that. All I'm saying is at this point, in juncture, in putting anybody else in office, I got a question. Who said, what have you done? Who's saying that song? What have you done for me? I want to know what you going to do for us. What you going to do for us?
And that's what we have to do, because every race fight for their own. You got those protesters when it came down to Israel and those protesters of the Palestine, they went out there on LA Bridge and all the bridges and chained themselves to pipes and everything else and shut it down. Those people are serious about making sure they advocate for their own. We have to advocate for our own. It is serious, it is necessary, and we are in trouble. And while we can talk about it is upsetting, I want us to know that we cannot continue on this road with this president. We got to have change in 2024.
We really do. We really need change in 2024.
Come from Donald J. Trump.
It's going to come from Donald J. Trump. And I can tell you, for me, I work and I say this, people could talk, but I do it in the community, whether I'm sitting with a Republican, whether I'm sitting with a Democrat. When they call me, I can show lists of candidates. I call jobs about it. I can show lists of candidates that going to call me and say, hey, I'm running this, that, would you support me? My next following words is, what are your plans for the African-American community? That is my.
So let me ask Pastor a question. So you see how Jobs just played that video of the white, because I'm sure they are white constituents. I'm sure they're white clans people and stuff like that. They just look it. So you mean to tell me you down there in Florida with your governor out there cutting up, and you think that they not gonna try to?
Listen, and I want to make this clear. If Governor DeSantis was on the top of this ballot, I would not be voting for Governor DeSantis.
Heck no.
Say it, Governor DeSantis.
Well, you might as well be voting for him, because if you vote for Trump, a vote for Trump is a vote for DeSantis, because DeSantis is one and the same.
Okay, so with
Donald Trump is just a dog with no bark. He barks with no bite. DeSantis is your whole soul out.
I actually do agree with that statement. I do believe DeSantis is dangerous. DeSantis is dangerous. What makes him dangerous is he's a hell of a lot more intelligent and devious than Trump.
Yeah,
most definitely.
So right after this 42-second commercial, we're gonna come back, because since we're talking about DeSantis, we need to talk about DeSantis and what's going on in these public schools and private schools in the black areas, in the black communities. So we'll be right back after this. Y'all make sure y'all get your offering baskets out. Thank you so much for watching the show. I really hope that you are enjoying. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to donate. Don't forget to subscribe to all other social medias. Don't forget those things, okay? Listen, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join us. We would love for you to be a part of us. Hey, while you guys are sitting there, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget. Also, while you're sitting there, please make sure you share the video with somebody on all social medias. Let me not forget to tell you that you can donate. Thank you for supporting the platform. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for hitting that like button. And I appreciate everything that you guys do. All right, so we're getting ready to
make sure you do my. I need you to do my. I need you to do my
commercial.
My commercial.
Oh,
okay. You've been supposed to do it for my podcast, but we'll talk about it later.
So we got two different commercials for these two different school districts. One is in Texas. One is also here in Florida. So we're gonna do Florida first, but y'all, here you go.
Next school year. Right now, 10 Tampa Bay reporter Andrea Lyon is live from Monroe Middle, one of the 5 schools closing its doors. And Andrea, you found out it's an effort to really rebalance enrollment here.
Right. Schools like Monroe have seen declining numbers for the past 10 years. And we took a closer look at all of these closures and found out there's just about 2,000 kids attending all 5 of these schools. So Friday, here's a list of those schools: Monroe, McLean, and Adams Middle School, as well as Kimball and Cleveland Elementary Schools, are those buildings to be closed at the end of this school year, which is Friday. It's an effort decided on by Hillsborough County school leaders about 1 year ago to try and even out the numbers of students at each school, and without spending the district's budget. So levels that got imbalanced, Hillsborough says, was caused by parents using school choice. Numbers we pulled from the school district show in the past 10 years, enrollment at these 5 middle and elementary schools have dropped from more than 3,500 to just around 2,000 students. And I did talk to one parent who says it's a move her and her family have struggled with.
It's like I said, it's unfortunate that we have to pick a school for him to go to. I really wanted him to finish out his elementary year here with all the people, the kids, the teachers that he, originally started with in kindergarten.
The district does tell us that these buildings are not going to be abandoned. Rather, they'll be reused for things like administrative use or even training. Guys.
Andre, let's talk about overcrowded schools here. I remember talking to then Superintendent Addison Davis, and he told me this is all an effort to rebalance those as well, correct?
Right, and we have schools like Monroe see those numbers dropping, while we have other schools in Hillsborough County just way overpopulated. So they're going to have thousands of students transferring to other schools across the Hillsborough County to kind of help those numbers in those overcrowded schools and send them over to less populated buildings. Live in Tampa, Andrea Lyon, 10 Tampa Bay.
Okay, so this what I do want to do. I want us to have a discussion about this first, and then we're going to also have discussion about the teacher and the school system in Texas. These are historical Black schools that are closing down, and we also need to discuss the situation with the majority of Black areas, Black populated areas with these schools, because I've talked to a lot of these people, and very much so, thank you to Elvis. I've had conversations with Karen Perez, who is very passionate about the school system, very passionate about the students, very passionate about the education. And it's like the fight that these individuals have to do on a daily basis for our children. And this just gets swept up under the rug. But this is what's going. This is when I say you need to be involved in your local government. You parents, a lot of you parents that are complaining about what you have to truck your children somewhere or do anything like that. How many of you all are at these meetings? How many of you all are going to the school board situation? Like this is not just about oh, I want a better school. Your area can be a better school, but how involved are you in your school district? How involved are you in your child's education?
And Jobs, to talk about that, why I most definitely echo your sentiment about parents being involved. But I do want to also say that it is a shame, unfortunately, that parents, this has nothing to do with our president, right? This is that local election we're talking about. And it is a shame that the parents actually have to stay in tune and be involved, because when we elect people, you elect them expecting, always remember, people, that elected officials represent you. You put them in there to be the voice for you. When they're not conveying and sounding the way that you think they should sound, we have an obligation to remove them out of the seat. And it is a sad day that we have to actually have parents call out of work. And I'm going to say it because this is what I do. African American, Black people have to call out of work. Black people can't come to the board meetings. They have to decide, do I go and speak for my child, or do I go put food on the table? Do I make sure that there's a roof over the head and the lights is on, or do I go down there and look at the project that our kids is having? It is happening all over the world where African American families are being taken advantage of, and the elected officials that ask us for our vote is not speaking up for us. And so we have to get serious about it. These schools in Hillsborough County closing is a crime shame. It is bad. It's not fair. And it is an awful disgrace that two of those that voted to close these schools are on the ballot. Nadia Combs. Nadia Combs is one of the worst board members that you could have. She voted to close the when she was the chair of the school board. She voted to close Stewart, Magnet School, these schools that's been a staple of the Black community. And now we are fortunate that we got a superintendent and a board that's getting ready to build brand new schools while they thought they was closing. This woman has voted to close 5 of our schools. I'm telling you, I go to the board meetings. When these things happen, Caucasian families come to the board meeting and they say stuff like this: we don't want them people in our school. That's how they talk. We don't want to send our kids to that no type of school like that. We ain't sending our kids to no F school. Why we got to let our white kids be involved with those black students? And the board sits there and not open their mouth and say disgusting. Because our kids has to go to those schools because that's in their city, that's in their area. Why not better the schools? Why not put resources in our schools, make those schools magnet schools and bust those students in to keep our neighborhood schools, keep our neighborhoods flourishing? No, we don't do that, but they'll go out there and give the white people 2 more schools on top of that. And God knows I got a lot of Caucasian friends, but I make it clear to them that wrong is wrong. And we are in a society and in America that if we don't fight back and we don't open our mouth, our kids is going to suffer the consequences later. Hillsborough County gave out 6,000 diplomas of completion. This graduation cycle, kids that look like me are walking across the stage after all of those years in school with a diploma that means nothing. They can't go to college. They can't go to the military. They can't do anything with it. And we're giving it out to them because we can't help them, but we're going to sit them in the classroom and we're going to get paid for them. And then we're going to use them and make them a cash cow and keep on moving. It's happening to our kids.
So that's just essentially just a certificate of attendance.
It means nothing. You can't go to military. You can't go to community college. You can't even say you have a diploma on a job application. It means nothing. It says a certificate of completion, meaning thank you for being our cash cow, keeping your butt in the seat. But now you can leave now.
Well, I feel like this, and this is just me. When it comes down to these schools and everything, because I graduated 2002 in Polk County. Okay, Polk County ain't all that great, but whatever.
No, you're not gonna do that.
Oh wait, listen here. I grew up in Polk County, so
I grew up in Polk County.
Now we cut y'all off. Me after all. Could you put that me after all comment? I'm curious because me after all says Pastor Elvis is wrong on most of what he's saying concerning the schools. Unfortunately, me after all, seeming as if you're just one of those people that just want some conversation. So I want to give it to you just for a few seconds. I want to let you know that I'm not wrong about anything I say because again, I'm in the schools. I'm talking to the board members. I'm having these conversations. I'm talking to the superintendent. I have real data, and I'm talking to the Tampa Bay Times, and we are advocating and fighting for these things every day. So this is not what you call an opinion. This is actually facts. So Mrs. Me After All, Miss Me After All. Have a blessed day.
Wait, hold on.
Let me go get my thing.
Listen.
I bet you she won't comment again, babe.
Now, here's what I am going to say. I have to back up what Elvis is saying because he is very much so involved here in Tampa and over there in Texas. Because I've been with him, I have seen him, and I've been right there. So I know what he's saying is true. But at the same time, it's like this, y'all. We may have different political views. But I know for the major parts, we do want a lot of the same thing. It makes no sense that our kids are where they are. Now, let me back to what I was saying about Polk County. Now, when I was in Polk County, it was a little touched, but it just is what it is. Oh, damn, Darius. Polk County was a little different, right? But at least, you know what I'm saying? My parents were involved in my education. That's why I am where I am today. I went to college. I need to finish up my bachelor's and everything, but I've used what I graduated from community college, and I went to state college, and I finishing up. So everything that I've learned and got my degree in, I use that. So when I go back, I'm still able to apply that towards my degree. But again, my family put that in me as far as my education. and I use that in my career. So it's like this right here. At the end of the day, it's like a lot of these parents are not pushing their children, and you have to, because again, it's not just about them learning about your ABCs and all this. A lot of these parents are developing their children at a young age for a career. Don't just push your kids to get an education, push them into things that they like, into a career, so that they're more focused when they go to college. I had a conversation with it's gonna sound real, you know what I'm saying? With my nail tech. And we were talking about
it sounds real fish.
You know what I'm saying? With my nail tech, and he's Vietnamese. And he was saying, like, when they were younger, like their parents developed them at a younger age. A lot of these Jewish individuals, their parents developed them at a younger age. I didn't say all, I said a lot of them. They developed them at a younger age and what they need to be doing when they got older. That's why when you go to the hospital, you see certain ethnicities in the hospital. When you go to like certain pharmacies, you see certain ethnicities there, because this ain't something that they started when they got in high school or college. Their parents started at a very young age. I'm not beating up on my people. I'm saying that we got to do better. Please hear me when I say this. Don't look for white folk. I'm going to say this, and please don't get offended. Don't look for these crackers to sit out here and do nothing for you, because at the end of the day, you're doing exactly what you're complaining about. You're looking for a handout. And if you don't want to be looked at as a person that's looking for a handout, what are you doing for yourself? Because at the end of the day, yes, I'm with Elvis. I want some fucking money. Baby, if you're going to write me a check, write me a big one, baby. Write it, baby. I'm going to sign up and I want all of it. But I'll tell you one good damn thing right here. And that is, I'm not going to these people saying, hey, I want you to give it. No, I'm going to tell you what I got going on so that I can prove to you this is why I deserve what I'm telling you. Because I'm one of them coloreds around here, them Negroes around here, that I work for my stuff. So when I come and say, hey, give me $1 million, I'm going to say, This why I deserve it right here. I'm not sitting on my ass and just asking you, hey, give me some money. No, this is why I want it. I got businesses. I'm trying to build something for my folks and some other folks because I deserve it. I've been helping folks out. And since people want to talk about, people being incarcerated, I've been to the jail system. I've been to the prison system. And it's a lot of those people that's in that prison system that need some type of psychological help, that got stories. Who are going to be talking to those people? While we sitting up out here want to make, talk about all this stuff, people are in the system because they have certain issues going on. And we don't even talk about those things. And it's the cycle that continues on and on and on. And this is what I talk about right here. Not just gossip and tea, but it's more than that. And I'm very happy that I've gotten a chance to visit these particular places, because you learn more about people and then just the gossip going on. Because a lot of people that are in the prison system, they're in there because they killed their boyfriend because they were being abused. Somebody was being raped and molested. It's those stories that we don't hear about, that we don't talk about. So if Trump gonna get in and run me some coins, because I'm gonna build this production company up bigger than what it is, so I can go down there to Lowell, South Florida, Miami, so we can go and do some big stuff.
One thing that I think that we touched on earlier was education, and what I'm seeing. I was just having a conversation with somebody earlier today with this generation that we have now. A lot of them are coming out of high school into a world that we have not adequately prepared them for. If you got 6,000 students just getting a certificate of completion, that means they're only relegated to doing certain kinds of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That means that affects their financial prospects, where they live, everything about their lives. This is why you see the boys out here trapping. This is why you see them, because the boys out here hoeing too, just like the girls trying to get $1.
Yeah.
This is why
they selling on that dog on OnlyFans and that dog on Twitter. X, baby, they
because I think we have not adequately prepared And maybe some of it because I think some of it too, maybe it's to some extent, maybe their parents might have been in, they might have come from the same conditions.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't know better when all you know is what you know. So we do have to do more. We do have to do more as a community. We have to do more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's make sure we.
Hold on, Pastor London.
What?
Brother, you ain't said nothing all night.
I mean, this is really not one of those topics that I really talk about.
That's all right. You can talk about it. Say something.
Hey.
Oh God.
Brother, are you lifted?
Very.
Okay, just checking. I want to make sure you was in by myself.
All right, so while Jesus, let's watch this other video. Maybe London will come back to us real quick.
Send their children to school. They believe their teachers are people of the utmost highest character. But now we got a teacher in the classroom on school hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic. This is a disgrace and a shame that this is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And she made multiple videos. This woman obviously had lost her damn mind.
Oh my Lord.
She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breast and she's juggling them. Look like she about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties, spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. I'm telling you this video.
Oh my
spreads
God.
her cheeks. This is madness.
No.
Oh Lord!
You know what?
Wait. The only thing that I can say that she's doing is she is making an OnlyFans. She gotta be. Tell y'all right now.
She's making a difference off of that money.
She has the OnlyFans because there's a lot of them that they do stuff that's like on the borderline or that's real. Like they get a kick out of it to say, "Oh, I was in the bathroom at the Church of God of Christ convention masturbating."
Girl, don't do that. Don't do that.
Look, baby, we have seen. Listen, Josh, you right in line. If the doggone pastor,
Elvis, I ain't said nothing.
If the pastor's son was in the pulpit doing the do, and I know y'all remember that video, baby. I'm not putting nothing.
Talk about Giggles, Mr. Giggles.
No, the one that was down there between the legs with the drama.
Yeah, that was Mr. Giggles.
That was Mr. Giggles.
So if you got that going on in the pulpit, trust me, the bathroom is the last place.
But yeah, we talk about it at school though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at. They're doing this because it's an infatuation. Oh, what?
So can I take your statement? Can I take your statement to mean that you're advocating for salary increases for teachers? Because Sis over there, and I believe Sis was over there shaking. I believe she was listening to Sexy Red over there in the background. I blame all this Sexy Red.
Get it sexy. Get it sexy.
That was just, it was too much. It's disgusting. And she, you know what's crazy? I don't judge a book by its cover, but she looks like that type that would do some gutter butt stuff like that. She looking at her, she looks like that type. She thought it was cute. She want to get like.
She ain't smart.
What I said, Pastor, I said they do it. Social media has corrupted a lot of people, and they do it because these
viral moments. They want viral moments.
Viral moment, and now her viral ass is sitting in jail.
Did they arrest her?
That's what they said in the comment. They said they arrested her. She's been arrested.
Indecent exposure.
Ooh, on the school grounds.
And they gonna definitely chuck it to that ass.
Baby, she ain't gonna be able to get a job nowhere.
And that's borderline sexual offender.
Yeah, she have to be
on the school campus. You on the school campus doing that.
Children, right?
So how do we know that children that she didn't do it in front of kids?
Well, one teacher said that. Well, somebody said that you could hear in the video kids on the other side of the room. So this was during school hours. But watch this, y'all. Watch this.
The evidence of the school ID badge that was on in the video, right here, and the name of the teacher, because I had to call to verify the name, and I called to the school on yesterday to get verification of this teacher, and her name is Adrian Hobroth. That was the music teacher here at this school. So I called also to verify, was this teacher still employed here at this school? So it comes to find out that the teacher is no longer employed here, but not for this incident. The administration had no idea of the videos that was taking place here in this school. So what we are demanding that Lamar Consolidated ISD need to get with the Texas Education Agency to let them know about this atrocity of what has happened with this teacher, because this is how demented teachers go from one district to the next, jumping from district to district without, they can go and apply for a job and they have their teacher certification, they don't have a criminal record, but you over here doing explicit activities in an elementary school. That is unacceptable. So that's why we are calling this out. We are not going to sweep this under the rug. I did speak with administration here at the school district. They were not aware of that video, like I said. However, they did wanted to share with me, like I did let them know that I was going to bring this public. They did not want me, to bring it public because they did not want, the community to feel like they wasn't doing their job. But how can you not say that you're not doing your job because you didn't know anything about the video? Now that you know about the video, now we expect for you to do your job. We expect for you to go to the Texas Education Agency. We expect for you to put a block on this teacher so this teacher cannot go to another school and do this type of foolishness. This can be the same type of teacher that can touch a child. If you're taking your clothes off, you're smacking your behind, you're flapping your breasts out, and gyrating yourself in a classroom where students are during the school day, and you're doing this in the bathroom. That is unacceptable. So basically I'm gonna let Brother Quanell state his piece and then I'll close it out.
You really can't make this stuff up. It is absolutely appalling, shameful, and frightening that these are the type of educators that are in an elementary school teaching our children. When parents send their children to school, they believe their teachers are people of the utmost highest character. But now we got a teacher in the classroom on school hours, stripping down butt naked, bending over, and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame. She had to say like he would have been all right. This is the type of educator and teacher that is in the classroom. And she made multiple videos. Yes, the district was unaware until we brought this to their attention. But what we're asking you to do now is to go even further. Nullifying her contract is not enough. We demand that the superintendent of the board ban her from ever teaching in this school district again. We want a permanent ban.
So she can go to another school district and do this? No.
On her. Secondly, we demand that the school district send a letter to TA demanding her certification as a teacher be terminated and revoked. 3, we're demanding that this district contact law enforcement. And we want to make sure that the students that she taught are interviewed, or a hotline is set up to make sure that she didn't do additional things in the classroom that may be inappropriate, unethical, unprofessional, or dangerous in the environment of those children. If she would do this in the classroom, what else will she do? This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs scientific medication. She pulls out her breast and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties. Spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. I'm telling you what's on the video. Spreads her cheeks. This is madness. This woman should never, ever be allowed to be an educator. This woman should never be allowed to work around.
Sound like that is Matthews.
And I believe
that in the custard pastor.
Yeah.
G-rated version.
You can find something criminally to bring her into a courtroom for. because I've seen law enforcement put parents in courtrooms for far much less than this. If we can put Donald Trump in the courtroom and find something to prosecute him for, don't tell me we can't find something to prosecute this woman for.
Hello.
This is sad. This is madness. This is filth at its finest. And so we're praying that the school district, we're not attacking you. You didn't know anything about this lady. But now that you do know, show the aggressive, proactive steps that you will take to make sure she never re-enters the classroom.
Okay, so this what I want to do right quick, because I feel like how many teachers have done this? I mean, right here in Florida, we've had several instances where you've had teachers having sex with students. And then, I mean, they went to jail, but it's like they get a little slap on the wrist, couple years, whatever. I mean, we don't even know if they had to register. And then you had the one girl, which was maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago. I think her name was Janice or Jean or something like that. Nice little white girl. She was talking about forgot what she was talking about. She was allowing the children to express their differences. And one of the kids was talking about she made an elf or something, a lesbian elf or something. And she got fired because she allowed the children to express themselves. And they were reading like Black history stuff. And she got fired.
Yeah.
You remember that?
No, I'm looking at this comment from Kevin.
What Kevin say?
And I guess it's Kevin said he slept with his 11th grade teacher.
Oh, Kevin. Oh.
Kevin, how old was you when you slept with your 11th grade teacher?
He was in 11th grade.
Wait a minute, after he graduated. Kevin, you don't get the hell off of here.
Oh, it was after he graduated.
Maybe he went back for that twang, huh?
Thank you. Kevin, I just want to know, was it good?
You know what?
That's a damn.
Now, what'd you say, Elvis?
I think a lot of guys has had those encounters with the teacher, especially if she's pretty.
I did.
Elvis, did you have encounters with your teacher?
I've had encounters with my teacher.
Elvis, I believe that.
Wait a minute. Before or after you graduated?
I believe Elvis.
Hold up, Pastor. Before or after you graduated?
I was in class. I was in school.
And how old was you?
I was 16. I was
16. Elvis.
How old was they? How old was they?
I don't know how old they was.
Y'all don't do that. Y'all don't do that. Don't do that.
Elvis, look, Elvis talking about we want to know all the details.
It is not appropriate. It is terrible. But I think I think
hormones was raging at them.
But no, I think that's what's bias. I think because we will crucify a male for something of that nature, but then for the guys with the woman, it's bias. So I mean, that's a bias thing. Because
I got a question, I got a question, Pastor.
Go ahead.
Most of the guys,
I got a question, Pastor.
It was intentional. It wasn't no.
I got a question. What grade did you get in the class? You got an A.
Hey Darius, not only that class, but 3 others. Because I will go to that class. Back in that day, they used to have books they called the teacher edition, where all the answers was in the back of the book.
Right.
Our class to get all of the answers to the other classes.
I wish I was unsaved back there, because baby, it would be some things I would be doing to my teacher.
Listen,
I think every boy.
I'm not advocating for that, y'all. I'm just being silly.
That was like you got your muscles for that. You like, yeah, I got my teacher. And I mean, but of course, again, if it's a girl and it's a guy teacher, he need to be crucified.
Well, that's okay. So wrong is wrong. You had no business. You should have been keeping Peter in the gate. You had no business.
He just said, he just said
he should have did it.
Okay, hold on, Darius. Let me take a step. It wasn't just a one-time. Thank you, ma'am.
No.
Oh, so you knew what you was doing.
He passed 4 classes.
I mean, I would go to her class when I wanted to skip the other classes, and she'll give me a pass. It was intentional.
Oh, she gave your ass a pass, all right.
She gave you a pass, all right.
You were getting a pass, baby. You were getting a pass.
You want to get this ass, so you get this ass.
I mean, I've kissed my AP in the mouth before. I mean, you know,
Elvis, what was you doing?
She was just giving me. I was a very different student. I was a very aggressive, bad student, and so a lot of the teachers will cling to
your
me.
dick print, and she got excited.
And I used to just, you know, I would never get suspended. I will always get candy.
I bet you would.
No, she wasn't
All
suspended.
that extra credit you was putting in.
I think if that's a good thing, I remember her name and everything.
London. Interesting.
Okay, y'all. I want y'all to do that, Elvis. I want y'all because Elvis gonna call me. And I'm gonna get his close. You know, y'all do that.
But no.
But seriously,
I mean, I think, you know, like I said, that's inappropriate. But I do think that is inappropriate. I stand with them, but I think how it's, you know, I mean, I think the outrage is probably, you know, I mean, I'm
still stuck on a teacher and pastor.
I'm trying to figure that out of why we're so. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's bad, and it needs to be.
There's clearly a double standard, and I think also
it is.
When I heard the interview, he was also fat shaming the woman too. Because when he was doing that, when he was talking about her, I was like, well, if she was fine, would it have been less?
If she had a BBL,
you know, would it have been more acceptable?
And that's why I think it was a lot. I think it's a lot because it's, you know, I mean, she was doing something that was inappropriate on campus, which means she's violating pretty much code of ethics, conduct, different things. She need to be terminated or brought to their attention. But how it was made as if she had done grabbed 3 students and played with them. I mean, like
you grabbed 4 teachers and played with them. So what's the difference?
Just 1 teacher and 1 AP.
It was 1
okay,
AP,
two,
but he passed 4 classes.
Around the world and I with those 2. Were you not?
One AP.
Well, you said it was more than once. Did you not pass?
I did. Just that same.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Just for my clarity, how many classes did you pass?
You said 4.
I told you I just went to her class every time I wanted to get out of another class.
But you got all the answers to the other classes.
Wait, y'all, this is not about Elvis.
Yes.
No, this is the bigger, you know, this is helping us.
But I'm saying it happens. It's been happening for decades, you know. But you know, you don't want it to happen to none of our daughters. But you know, some of our sons is, you know, it's not okay. It is not okay. And every teacher.
It is a double standard. So if your daughter got pumped by her dog on coach, you would have a problem with that.
I'm gonna put him to rest.
But you didn't have a problem pumping the female.
Because I think it's a different. It isn't.
No, it's not. She's still underage, and so is you.
But it's damage is happening to the girl. The guy is doing the damage. So it's a difference.
She's doing the damage to the girls. It's promiscuous too, just like the boys is.
But the damage is happening to her. You know.
And you was damaging the woman.
And so that's the woman. She's old enough to handle the damage.
Elvis!
Baby.
Let me stop. You know, y'all
heard the word.
Elvis, you need to leave the building right now.
I don't heard the word, and the word was good.
My time has expired. It is a double standard, and we understand it. In life, it's but there's a double standard.
Y'all, he was transparent. He learned from his ways. He was.
But you know, but I can appreciate Pastor Elvis because Pastor Elvis is honest.
It's a double standard. It's a double standard. What we allow for our girls, we won't allow for our boys. You want your boy to go out and date, sit down and wait. You know.
But you know what? Here, honestly, like, you know, when it comes down to the school system and stuff like that, let's just get back on track. when it comes down to the school system and all of this, it is besides the whole sexcapade. Because when I was in high school, I had a engineering teacher who slept with one of the girls. You know what I'm saying? And Lord, my phone died. And it's just that. So I feel like at the end of the day, if you're in a position, just like with a teacher, even the same with a pastor, even the same with a governor, at the end of the day, it's like you are in a position of power and authority, and you should use your authority for something good and not bad. Oh, these folks. Yeah. So yeah, we gonna y'all got something to say on that?
Lord have mercy. No, I ain't got nothing to say. Elvis done took me out.
No. Jives, I'm gonna do something, and I know you probably already got it here. I'm gonna find it. I think I see it. I see it right there.
My mind is guilty as fuck.
Before I go, I want to do this. I'm way up past time. I wanted to deal with that presidential thing, school thing, and we know we have so much things, but I don't know. And this is really, I know people gonna say because I'm pastor in this church, but I do appreciate you, Jives, for what you do. So I want to make sure that I don't leave without sowing into your Cash App. So I'm gonna do that. But I really want people, honestly, that is on here that don't mind. Now, I'm gonna give $100 because I do appreciate you. But if everybody could just a couple people give, if just a couple people give $20, I think it would be fair tonight to be able to make sure that we can reach that $500 tonight. Jives haven't asked me for a dime. He hasn't said anything, but I do think it's right because I asked him, and I don't ever mind when he's talking about politics, when he's talking about our schools. We need to be informed. We need to know what's going on. And so I want to appreciate him for opening that platform and talking about those issues that really matter to our community. And so I'm going to do that to appreciate you, to thank you for what you're doing, and actually continue to do that. And hopefully those that's watching on YouTube as well as Facebook will just join with that $20 or $25 just to support, to say thank you for what you're doing. Honestly, appreciate you, and we need you to keep coming with that information.
Also,
go ahead.
Also, to add to what Elvis is saying, not about the money, but I do appreciate that. Thank y'all who was giving in advance. Let me help y'all out so y'all can understand and y'all can just have a direction right there. Boom. Y'all can just follow suit. 10, 50, 100. we in convention time, right? We got our speakers going on. But no, seriously. We're going to be doing a lot more political things, and we're just lighting things up because, again, we've been doing. I've been doing this for a while, included with Elvis, and it's so much stuff that needs to be talked about. It is so much stuff that needs to be talked about. That's going on, not just in our local community or in our state, but around the country. And no one is touching it. We like to get gossip and tea, and that's good. But there's gossip and tea that's in political things that we need to know about. Because I need to know about taxes, what's going on with our property taxes. Because if I'm interested in buying a house, I need to know how much. What? I need y'all to keep it at a low level because I'm not trying to pay $500,000 for a house and then have to pay another $100,000 in taxes. Heck no! Like, I need to know what's going on in the school district. Because I got a niece that I raised, and come on now, because first of all, I'm not going to send her to a school, and y'all out there doing what y'all want to do, and y'all not going to teach Black history and let her see people that look like her. Y'all want to teach about Christopher Columbus, but y'all can't teach about Harriet Tubman. Come on now. That's why I really don't like all the back and forward stuff on social media and on YouTube because it's pointless. I don't want to be sitting up here talking to people who ain't got no legs.
And Auntie Deb, if
or no neck.
Or
Deb said something that's very impactful. She said you get to see who's really interested. in what's actually going
Absolutely,
on.
Auntie.
Just
Absolutely.
with the drama. And so I think while the drama plays its part and it's necessary, we do want to make sure that we are really informed with our community, with our kids, with what's happening. Because at the end of the day, when the drama ceases, we have to go back to our real lives.
Absolutely. Because the drama with all these other people and things of that nature, that drama, it only lasts for so long, but we still got to deal with our government. We still got to deal with education. We still got to deal with our finances and things of that nature. Wait a minute. What is that? We still got to deal with all those things. And so this is what's important. I remember when I did initially start the King's panel, London was the one who was heading the political stuff. You know, we've gotten away from a lot of stuff, but at the end of the day, these are things that we touched on and we talked about. But we saw back then that people didn't like all that. They didn't like the politics. They wanted mess and drama, but this is the stuff that we need to be talking about.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'll make sure that my offering is there tonight, my seed to appreciate you. And I thank you so much, Jazz. What an honor. Blessings to be on this panel with you. Darius, my guy, always appreciate you so much. London, it's good to see you again. And Giles, hey, appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Elvis.
No, Elvis and I, we're going to be doing some more stuff. We're going to be doing some more political things. So y'all just look out for that. Y'all, I'm happy that we were able to do this tonight. We got some stuff that's coming up, Darius, next week. Since Shades of Pride is right around the corner, we're going to be having the panelists. Jazz, hopefully you're going to be in town. London, I know you're going to be in town. We're all going to be there.
I wasn't booked.
Oh, girl, shut up. So a lot of the panelists and everything are going to be there. And so they're going to be on the live. So we're going to be talking about the show. We're going to be talking about just each other and everything like that. So I'm super excited because, you know, we doing some stuff over here. This is not just about social media. We're actually getting off social media and doing things live and in living color. And that's what I'm excited about, because this group of people over here, we doing some stuff, and this is no shade to nobody. We're actually doing some stuff over here live in real life and not just on a screen.
Sound about right.
So my phone said, what y'all got to say? We're going to get on up out of here too.
Yes, I hope everybody that can come in London. I'm probably going to put you to work when you get here. I'm going to need you, brother.
Don't look like that. Your hot ass.
Yeah, man.
Jazz, you gonna go to work?
You know we don't work for free, so you know I'm gonna look out for you.
Yeah, both of y'all.
I ain't gonna be in. Well, I'm gonna be in Atlanta. I ain't gonna
lie, girl. You just said you're here.
When is it?
June 14, 15. But ain't you coming to Tampa like the next week or something like that?
No, remember, no. Remember, I was supposed to originally be coming, but I canceled my competition.
Oh, okay.
The competition in Dallas was supposed to be that weekend, but I canceled it. So I would not. I would be in Atlanta.
A lot of people canceling stuff.
Things have turned. It's the stuff ain't stuffing no more, child.
Yeah. So listen, I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that. Baby, y'all can give via Cash App. Y'all can give via Zelle, PayPal, and Venmo. Make sure y'all do that. Okay, Saints, Anks, and Friends? Can we hit a goal of 5 tonight? Can we do good tonight?
We can do it.
Because y'all, we got to do some things over here. I got to go and update this website and all this other stuff like that. And speaking of website, I want y'all to know that my brother's working on his nonprofit. It's coming out soon. Jazz got her business. It's booming. You know?
Yeah. I got my news. So if anybody out there, sorry, thank you. I just got a new business venture. It's called A Touch of Class Events and Designs. What does that mean, Jazz? And that means I will plan your wedding party. I will plan your bachelorette party. If you want strippers, I will book your male and female strippers for you and do a whole review for you. Any event that you could think of, and you guys need an event plan, so please give me a call. My number can be reached at 404-549-7068. That's the office number, or you could call the cell phone at 678-595-4283. If I do not get to your call, please leave a name, number, and a brief detailed message of the reason why you're calling, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible.
I like that. You need to make your little commercial. We'll work on it.
Yes. I'm gonna need you for my birthday. Yes.
Here.
We're gonna be at Johnson's for your birthday.
Baby, we're gonna be at Johnson's. We're gonna have a private suite.
I would love to come. I gotta see the plane tickets. I would love to come though. Like I would love to come and like kind of mingle. You know, Tay to tease my boo. They're my babooski. So
well,
yes, interesting. We talk here and there. Yeah.
You know, that's nephew.
It be giving. So if I come, it's definitely going to be giving. Okay.
And hopefully, I'm gonna say this, and I've been saying this for years. Hopefully, London works his business.
Diamond crowned me. Diamond Carrington. Yes, she crowned me. She gave up her title to me.
Really?
So when Diamond stepped down at Black Continental,
she was Black Continental.
She crowned me, so I'm now her reigning queen.
Oh, congratulations!
I took her. She crowned me, so I'm now the new Miss Black Continental at Large 24-25. I am a national title holder. So there, you should have had me on the panel, but we not going to go. You know, that was before.
We just found this out. Hold on.
It just happened.
Yes, I promise you, if there's a way, I will find it.
Slide me on in. I'm free that weekend. Just slide me in.
If there's a way, I will find it.
I tiptoe in there with my stash shining. Yeah, man.
Auntie Deb said she said I'm gonna need you for my graduation with his doctorate, so she probably gonna have some old scribbles.
Oh, baby, Auntie Deb, I got you. And I know some fine ones. I know some fine ones on my Facebook. I can call right now and set it up. Yeah, ma'am. So call me.
So yeah, and I want London to think about what he want his business or nonprofit to be, because he can do it. He just need the push. So all of us can't be in no businesses, and our little brother ain't in no business.
Okay? Brother, you know what my business is.
Slinging meat ain't your business.
Slinging ass. Okay,
Lord, here you go again, girl.
Well, wait. Slinging ass.
Now, if my brother slings meat, that's in his private time. That ain't the business.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Kim. Thank you so much.
Y'all, I can't see what's on my cash app because my phone down. Hopefully, y'all did good. Please, make sure y'all donate tonight. I don't want to stress it too much. Make sure y'all donate. I got another live I got to jump on because they're texting my phone like crazy. So, anyways,
that one we talked about this morning. Yeah.
I'm gonna tiptoe around this so
I'm gonna tiptoe over there too.
Yeah. So I love y'all. Wait, hold on to get my music together. Hold on. I feel it might be some disrespect for daughters around here. Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. And we will see y'all Friday night for the court, the panel, the discussion, the kings, the queens, whatever we gonna call it. We gonna see y'all tomorrow, okay? Peace out, y'all.